Hi, this is Nic Baisley from FilmSnobbery.com. I'm here at the FirstGlance Film Festival in Hollywood, and I'm here with
Jerad Anderson.
Jerad. You're of WATCHBOX.
Yes, thewatchbox.com.
Cool. Let's tell the folks at home a little bit more about what WATCHBOX does.
Well, WatchBox is a platform where, similar to YouTube, you can upload content, except unlike YouTube, you set a price for that content to be streamed. So people can pay you, the content creator, directly to monetize what your blood, sweat, and tears and all the agony and hell that you put into making that product. You can recoup that.
So you mean, wait a minute, so filmmakers get paid? I don't believe a word.
I know, it's a weird concept.
What made you decide that this is the digital distribution in a way is the way you wanted to make a living?
What happened is I produced a film and I did not get distribution on it. I knew that I developed a core audience and a fan base for that movie, and I saw something broken in the system, and I wanted to put it out myself rather than through the other avenues that I saw that involved middlemen and people potentially not being honest and upfront with how much was being made and lack of transparency and all that stuff. So I wanted to create something that was a transparent tool that was cool and made your content look great and delivered it directly to the audience via social networking and all the hot trends that make something spread throughout the internet.
Yeah, in terms of, aside from the actual monetization of the content, what are some of the other features of the WatchBox.com that would appeal to filmmakers looking for an audience or looking to get their film out there?
When someone signs in with Facebook to rent your content, it posts on their wall what they watched, so all their friends can see what's going on and also preview right from that wall and rent it if they like the preview right from Facebook. And also the player itself is embeddable just like a YouTube video, so you can put it on a blog, you can put it on your website, and that player is just like a Vimeo player or a YouTube player, except for you can rent it. People can rent right from that player.
Now, there are a lot of emerging filmmakers out there, ones that are doing their first film, or people even in the web series community that don't yet have like a very strong social media presence yet. First of all, do you have any tips on what people can do to kind of grow their base, their user base, their fan base, as it were, and be, can they still leverage your platform even if they're not, say socially viable?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a set audience that comes and visits WatchBox because of it's also a destination where people can go and discover and see what's new. So just by being on there, you have access to an audience who might be willing to rent your film. And then if they do, other people on their Facebook page will know about it, and then it can spread from there. Tips for actually building an audience. It starts from the crowdfunding phase because you're engaging an audience right off the bat who are going to stick with you the whole life of your project and be invested so hard in it that they want to tell everybody about it. So that's one tip I have. Second tip is recognize your core audience and focus on that and figure out how to make a strategic partnership with organizations that may be associated with that core audience. And then lastly is make sure you're collecting emails to get an email list, and those fans will live with you forever.
You and I were just on. I moderated a digital distribution panel. You were on it.
You did a good job.
Thank you. You don't have to lie to me. One question I'll ask you is: was there any question that didn't get asked that you wish that did?
That was a long panel. I think we covered a lot of stuff. I think the only thing that I wish got asked was just more about me personally, because I am an egomaniac. I'm just kidding. Yes.
I can tell you were a press whore, totally.
Totally. You and I both.
Yes. Admittedly.
Yeah.
As far as attending panels and stuff like that, do you ever, especially you were on with other platforms on this particular one, is it tough to not, try to talk up your own platform while you're there? I mean, obviously you're there to promote both yourself, your platform, and whatever. But is it tough when it's like, wow, my competition is like right there? How do you work within that world? Because the web series world, the independent film world, all that is so tied together, so close, and a lot of people know a lot of people. How do you kind of so to say play nice with everybody?
Well, I focus on the solution that I was trying to create with the product in the first place, and so that in it of itself is good-natured, and so therefore I'm not really feeling. I mean, I'm not going to BS anybody and say that I don't feel a little bit of competition when you're sitting next to them because they're in your space. But I keep trying to focus on solutions in ways that we differ and offer something different in addition to the audience that we've got. And right now it's a fragmented space and it's about multi-platform, and these platforms all can coexist for now.
Do you find that a lot of these platforms, yours included, are basically a viable alternative to traditional distribution? Because all traditional distribution is let me get you in as many places as I possibly can, whether it's retail stores, other resellers. Now online is a big focus. Do you find that really it's the same concept, just as a more diverse, and it's just because it's all in one line doesn't mean online it's not all in one place.
Exactly. What this space is all about is the internet as the source to push it out to all the channels, and those channels are mobile, tablets and television, and so I wanted to get in that space early and grow this platform to hopefully become wide enough to where anybody that wants to be a part of it can and share in the benefits of being a part of something that has no middlemen but is as big as let's call it let's say iTunes hypothetically. If it didn't cost the money to get on iTunes and the middlemen, etc.
And as far as the web is concerned, the web is even evolving. Now we have mobile devices, not just phones, but tablets. We have set-top boxes like Roku and Netflix and Apple TV, all this kind of stuff, and now even smart TVs. How are companies like yours, the WATCHBOX.com, how are you trying to stay competitive with all the new platforms that are emerging?
My focus is going to be the shortest route to get on TV. And so these boxes that are existing now, I think, are a temporary solution. So we're focused on kind of going past that step and researching what that step is going to be ahead of the curve in order to become an app just on the smart TVs. I think pretty much in the next couple of years, the majority of the TVs, if not all of them, will come connected TVs, internet-connected TVs, and that's where the sweet spot is for this platform, and to find out how to be as closely integrated with that TV as possible and prepackaged.
I want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here at the FirstGlance Film Festival. FirstGlance Film Festival. It was your first glance. Yes. I want to say thank you very much, and continued luck on the WATCHBOX.com, and hopefully we'll hear more from you guys in the future.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.